Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for God's Number One. This is a new book for Marvel Comics, written by Jonathan Hickman, with art by Valerio Schiti, colors by Marte Garcia, and letters by Travis Lanham. In this book, Jonathan Hickman reinvents the cosmology of the Marvel Universe. What happens when the powers that be meet the natural order of things? The infinite detente between natural order of things and the powers that be nears an end. Old acquaintances are reunited during a Babylon event. The Lion of Wolves throws the worst parties. Don't look under the table. There's a John Wilkes Booth penny on the ground. This enormous extra sized first issue features Doc Strange, who, while not boring at all, is easily the most boring person in this book. So there you have it. There's a lot. I think I'm sure whoever wrote that synopsis had a lot of fun. Because yeah, this is a Jonathan Hickman book, so you can expect crazy stuff, right? I will address one thing in this preview. This is an extra size book, but this is also an extra, I guess, charge book. This is a $10 book, so do I do this preview because I want you to go in kind of knowing what you're getting into, right? Uh, so we'll definitely get the book and do a review later on for the channel. But I wanted to make sure that people were aware you're getting into a new series with a great creative team. I would never doubt that piece, but it is a high threshold of entry, right? So that's pretty much it. I'm very excited from what I've seen in the. There's been a few little vignettes in the back of books all throughout the month of August, leading up, introducing some of these characters. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's look at some preview art here. Valerio Schiti's art is magnificent. Like, there is probably one of the best artists working at Marvel at the moment. I can see why he would be put in a book like this. Um, and as you can see here, this is all about the mysticism. I love the line reinvents the cosmology of Marvel Universe because I have no idea what that means. But it looks cool. And yeah, Doc Strange, and we're introducing some of these characters that we've seen before, some that we've never seen. So definitely you get a lot of first appearances here. And I think we are literally seeing a penny as well. So I don't know. This looks very interesting, and I am very excited to check out the rest of this book. So, if you're picking this book up, let me know down in the comments. As always, stay tuned. We will definitely talk more about this book, whether it be on our live stream or I'll do a follow video, whatever the case. Let me know which cover you picked up because even though this is a $10 book, we still have some beautifully amazing variant covers. So, hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for Alien Annual Number One. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, written by Declan Shalvey, with art by Danny Earls and colors by Ruth Redman. So I am very excited. I loved Declan Shalvey's uh, previous Alien series that just wrapped up last month. We have a video on the channel. Make sure to go check that out. It covers the span of all 5 issues, and I kind of talk about it as the arc as in a full. I like reading my Alien books as one single arc. So for the most part, I usually wait, but this is an annual. This is a one shot, so it should be a one and done thing, or maybe it's setting up stuff for the next arc. Either way, I'm gonna check this out. But let me give you a quick synopsis here. In this book, Alien versus Alien Pity the Xeno. A xenomorph queen and her hive descend on a dark world. They're hungry, they're always hungry, and stand poised to overrun this planet like they have so many others, until the native life fights back. Declan Shalvey and Daniels deliver an action-packed story and a show-stopping visuals in this standalone entry of the alien mythos. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is gonna be so cool. Let's take a look at some preview art here. Danny Earls just has a really great style when it comes to the alien stuff. I think it really fits the tone and what the book is trying to accomplish. So this looks great, and then um, we get to see a spaceship kind of falling in where all the aliens are. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I'm very excited about this upcoming Alien series, but I'm also very excited to check out this annual. So we'll definitely talk more about this in the channel later on, once we get a chance to read it. If you have read this though, let me know what you thought about the issue down in the comments. Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for Ghost Rider Annual Number 1. This is a new book from Marvel Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this. This book is written by Benjamin Percy with art by Danny Kim. Jim Campbell on colors and letters by Travis Lanham. As you can see, this is the Halloween annual for Ghost Rider. What better character to dive into the Halloween vibes than Ghost Rider? In this issue, Happy Halloween, Ghost Rider. Halloween is a night of 4 monsters, and the Hood is one of those monsters. Can Ghost Rider and special guest Elsa Bloodstone put a stop to the Hood's plans? Or is this the final Halloween? Do not miss this special issue that lays the foundation for the future of Ghost Rider. So, great. This is a great entry point. The Ghost Rider just had a crossover with Wolverine for that Weapons of Vengeance series that's going on. So as you can see here, you can read this pretty much standalone. I love that Marvel's really leaning into Elsa Bloodstone and like bringing her into the fold. She was just recently in a one shot for the Werewolf by Night as well. So yeah, I think this is the time of the year to bring out the Monster Hunter, right? So let's take a look at some preview art here for Danny Kim. And yeah, we don't get a lot of the backstory here, but I do love seeing the Hood. I think a very interesting character to also bring around this time of the year. I really like here seeing Johnny carving a pumpkin. I think that's pretty funny. And then of course things start to unravel as Elsa Bloodstone kind of shows up. So yeah, you'll see some characters that have been featured in the ongoing series currently, but I'm sure Benjamin Percy, who is a fantastic writer, will do a good job catching everybody up on what's coming. So I'm very excited to read this. I'm ready to read more books that lean into the spooky vibes of the Halloween time. And what better way to kind of cross that over than with a superhero like Ghost Rider? So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for Immortal X-Men number 16. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, written by Kieran Gillen with art by Lucas Wernick, colors by David Curiel, and letters by Clayton Cowles. First of all, what a fantastic cover by Mark Brooks. He has been killing it on these covers. I love seeing Apocalypse and the Phoenix Force, and I don't know what's going to happen. So in this issue, Apocalypse, when everything has already gone wrong, you may think at least you have nothing to worry about. You'd be wrong. I love that all the synopses for the Immortal X-Men book are very vague. They give you nothing. They really want you to go into this book very cold. I think it's also kind of a cheeky way for, I don't know who writes the synopses, but I'm sure there's got to be some kind of input from the writer, or maybe some kind of boundary set by the writing team. And I know Kieran Gillen loves being cheeky. So, but let's take a look at some preview art, because Lucas Wernick, I think also, as I mentioned in a previous video, same thing as Valerio Schiti. Like Lucas Wernick is one of the best artists working at Marvel at the moment. So I really enjoy seeing his work on the page. And we get to see the island. We get to see Selene and the Black King. Well, I guess he's not the Black King anymore, but Sebastian Shaw. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be about. Why is Apocalypse even on the cover? This is going to be very, very interesting. So Kieran Gillen's been killing it ever since he started over with the Eternals run, and then into the Judgment Day, and then he took over some of these X books. So very excited to see what he has next in this Fall of X time. So if you picked this up, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for X-Men 27. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, written by Gary Duggan with art by Phil Noto, letters by Clayton Cowles. Another book into the fall of X. First of all, a Phil Noto book just out of nowhere. That's great already. Like, Phil Noto is one of my favorite artists. But let's see what this book is going to be all about. In this issue, something caught in your eye. When Cyclops joined this iteration of the X-Men, his pitch was simple. I am the X-Men. If this is so, the enemies of the X-Men seem to have this fight all sewn up. And as you can see, that's a pun for Cyclops having his eyes sewn shut. So after the Hellfire Gala, he was one of the casualties that was captured by Orcus. So hopefully we get to him, and hopefully we get to rescue him pretty soon. I need Cyclops to be back on the field. So let's take a look at some of the preview art. As I mentioned, Phil Noto, fantastic artist, this is. I will say the only thing that is weird, maybe the lighting is weird. That Cyclops' hair looks pretty dark, which is interesting. Maybe it's due to the lighting in whatever room they are. But yeah, Cyclops' hair is usually a little bit more brown, leaning not so much as a redhead, but just definitely brown. But yeah, interesting to see what the Juggernaut, who was also captured. And then, of course, we have Kate showing up as Shadow Cat, maybe trying to help out, trying to figure out how to get them out of there. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Gary Duggan's been doing a fantastic job with the series, I think, so far, with the whole crossover with Fall of X and all the series that are tied into that, including Iron Man. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Really cool variants you can see at the end of the video. So if you have picked this up, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.